What's up? Welcome back to the Metalhead Car Show. Steve Harris of Iron Maiden has recently had an interview with Classic Rock, primarily talking about the Iron Maiden Royal Mail stamp collection Iron Maiden's recently been part of. And in this interview, they talked about the significance of Iron Maiden being a part of the stamp collection, the upcoming Future Past tour, among many other things, but also the future of Iron Maiden. And with that future, when will Iron Maiden call it quits? As Steve Harris kind of said, he doesn't really think about it. He just wants to get out there and do as much as he can while he still can. And nobody in the band really talks about it, because he feels everyone kind of knows it's creeping up. Which he's not really wrong for thinking that. I do dread the day, and I'm going to one day read Iron Maiden calls it quits and the band is no more. But life's hard, aging's a bitch, and one day all these classic heavy metal bands we love will eventually be gone. Because this year we have the Future Past tour, and the Future Past tour is going to be going into 2024, and then we'll likely see North America, South America, likely Asia, and perhaps Australia be added into the tour. And once the Future Past tour is done, we're looking at 2025, and 2025 will actually mark the 50th anniversary of Iron Maiden. I personally think this will be a hard thing for Maiden to ignore, and we're likely going to be seeing a tour based on that. Now, we're not there yet, so this is all speculation, but what I'm guessing, basing this off the Maiden England tour from 2012, 13, 14, and the Legacy of the Beast tour originally planned for 2018, 19, and 2020, going to 2022, we're going to see this be a 3-year tour, being 2025, 2026, and 2027. Which brings us to this odd point, because after 2027, all the guys in Iron Maiden will be in their 70s, Nico likely in mid-70s approaching his 80s, and this question's going to come back up of, with their age, how much more do they have to give? And with that, time will tell. Everyone has their own side bands they like to do, they all have their own side businesses they like to do, so it's not like they need Iron Maiden for the money, but let's face it, it helps. 1, are fans still coming out? 2, is the band still happy touring at the extent Iron Maiden is touring? And 3, can they? If fans are still coming out to the show and fans are still enjoying it, that's a clear indication that Iron Maiden hasn't drifted off into obscurity, fans still want it, and that front is still good. So the second factor, is the band still happy doing this? Basing this off the 2022 tour, they seem thrilled on stage. They're having a lot of fun when I saw them, and there's a pile of energy, and they're all doing a great job performing the music. So, yes, I think they're still happy doing this going forward. And 3, can they? This one has been a big discussion for a while. Now, inherently, yes, I think they absolutely can. But 2 people in the band do come up as concern for a lot of people, and that's Bruce Dickinson and Nico McBrain. Now, I think they're doing a phenomenal job live, but with a lot of the faster songs, people do get concerned if Nico can keep up with long term. And for a lot of the songs with fast or high vocals, people do get concerned if Bruce can still do it. Now, in Nico's front, he hasn't really shown any signs of slowing down with any more complicated songs or any of the faster songs. So I think for the time being, he's not going to be an issue. Now, what does this mean 5 years down the road? Who knows? Time will tell. But right now, we're looking good. For Bruce's front, yes, age is catching up to him, and the throat and tongue cancer didn't help. But he's still doing a good job. Can he hit all these high notes? Honestly, no, or really not easily. So I think going forward, we see a lot more mid-tempo notes from Bruce Dickinson as opposed to these highs. But if he can make it work and it still sounds good, I personally don't see a huge problem with it. But I am going to need to go to the 4th factor, which I didn't bring up earlier, and that's, is everyone still alive? I believe if anyone passes away from Iron Maiden, that's it. It's done. I don't see anyone being replaced. I don't see them going back down to 2 guitarists. I think if anyone goes, Maiden's done. And from that, I think at best we're either going to get a very small tour hitting up only major cities as a farewell, we're finished, or it'll be a absolutely massive show in the UK as a one last hurrah and we're done. Now, since it's all hypothetical, let's go over the idea of they retire, they call it quits. From touring, we can still get new studio albums from Iron Maiden, but obviously no shows or touring to go along with the album. Again, this is all just speculation, and I'm not a prophecy, I'm not a clairvoyant, I don't know what's coming up in the future, so all I can say is enjoy what we get, enjoy it while it lasts. We're not going to have them forever, they're not going to do this forever, so just enjoy it while you can. But I want to know, what do you think? When do you think Maiden's going to call it quits, and how do you think they're going to approach it? Let me know in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, subscribe if you enjoyed what you've seen. I post on Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday, and I'll see you later.